Speaking of Cooper, he's in a position you can relate to. He's the consensus number one and terrific player.
Terrific player.
What do you remember about being in that position? Like, what advice would you give him? Like, you know you're the number one pick. The whole world of basketball is looking at you.
Yeah.
It's got to come with a lot of expectations.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, one, obviously, you're super excited. It's like, it's what we all dreamed about as kids, and laying in your bed, with the basketball just shooting up, at the ceiling, working on your form.
Done that.
Just doing that, or if you were able to get a basketball hoop in your driveway, then you're doing the whole countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, wanting to hit a big buzzer shot, in the NBA at some point, and then you're wearing other people's jerseys growing up, you're wearing other guys' shoes, just like all that type of stuff, playing video games with all the people you inspire to be and want to be a part of. Yeah. And now the moment is here. So you're just like, you're in awe, man. You're like, wow, I can't believe that this dream is finally coming true. And at the same time, there's a little anxiety and pressure that comes with it too. Because, as the number one pick, the expectations are automatically put on you. Doesn't matter if they're right or wrong, and we're around the same age. I was 18 when I was drafted. I believe Cooper's 18, maybe turning 19 soon, but it's all the same. But it takes time, man. It takes time and the expectation to wanting to put a 18-year-old, 19 kid in a position where he's like, he needs to be great right away. Mm-hmm. I think it's unfair. Mm-hmm. But it's also something that I think we can, as kids like myself and Cooper can use as like motivation as well. Mm-hmm. And I personally think that he wants to be great. He had a hell of a year at Duke. A guy that can do so many different things on the floor, can play with the ball, can play without the ball. His jump shot is going to continue to get better, super athletic, quick second jump. And also, he has the benefit, unlike myself, he gets to join a team that's established.
Right.
With Hall of Fame guys, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, right off the bat, Hall of Fame coach Jason Kidd. These guys are like, they can give him the whole blueprint while he continues to learn what his blueprint will be. And I think that's going to be an incredible thing for him to have. That type of presence, that type of leadership, that type of just basketball IQ and knowledge around him every single day from those pieces. So I think he's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and an environment, right? That's not we're the worst team in the league.
Right.
We're going to try
You're
to
learning
develop
bad habits.
Right.
That happens too, man. You get guys that you never know what their trajectory should have been, based on if they were in a toxic environment or a losing environment or an environment that had great habits. Like we mentioned Kawhi, we don't know if Kawhi would have ended up somewhere without those type of built-in habits in San Antonio. Would he have been, he would have probably been great, obviously, but he had time to hone those skills, be around Timmy, be around Manu, be around Tony, be around Pop, to where he was able to get better on his own time and not the league's time.
Right. So unique, made me forget, right? But the player, obviously now he's such a world-class player, but he's playing for championships right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a totally different, that's a very unique position for a rookie.
Yep.
Did you play with Cooper in the summer? Were you in those practices?
I played, He was on the development team, on the select team, we call him. Yep. Yeah, and he played extremely well, man. Yeah. I've been watching Cooper for a few years because my son played AAU basketball on the Nike EYBL circuit, Bronny. So, we would be in tournaments either in Peach Jam in Georgia or Kansas City or Dallas or Indianapolis. And, Cooper, unlike a lot of kids, he played for his team out of Maine. Right. A lot of these kids are going to
recruited.
Yeah, recruited, whatever. Him and his brother and a bunch of those guys they grew up with played on I think they were called, I forgot, it was Maine Select or something like that. But and he made them competitive, versus teams that were stacking teams. Yeah. Him and his brother. I thought that was just super cool because that was how I remember that's how I was. I played for the Northeast Ohio Shooting Stars. Yeah. Like me and my guys grew up playing together and having to play all the best teams in the country. I just thought that was super cool. But He's a big time talent.
Yeah. Says something about his mentality. What did you
for sure.
notice
For
practicing
sure.
with him? What did you notice about his mentality?
Oh, he just made winning. He's a winner. It just seemed like he make winning plays. He just make winning plays. And even at his first year at Duke, he just made winning plays.
Yeah.
And obviously, the fact that he was the freshman and I think he was player of the year this year as well, ACC player of the year, and I just thought he just played the game the right way. How you will hope that a player that of his caliber just comes to work every day just trying to get better. And I just think he's just been getting better and better.
That's a great indicator, right, of his success. Make him willing to make small plays that mean a lot to winning. So I would say, like, the one thing for such a prodigious talent that we want to wait and see what happens with is how good is he with the ball, right? Like, he obviously is capable with the ball. We've seen him do a lot of things with the ball. But is he that primary guy? Will he be? But I love to hear that, like, well, I think he's going to get there. Love to hear that his mentality is, I'm happy to do whatever the team needs.
Yeah. And he has, and a lot of people, he has the ability to do it at this, especially at this point. Right. And, when you have, the guys that they have, he doesn't have to put too much more pressure on himself. Yeah. He can put the pressure on himself to get better every single day. But as far as, his rookie year or his second year, he doesn't have to put the pressure of making every play. Yeah. He has guys out there that can help him with that. So, I think he could possibly be in a position where he could, build into who he's going to be at his pace and not what the league expect the number one player picked.
Where's my 25 a night?
Right, exactly. What you should be doing is your number one player. You're number one player out of high school, but maybe that's not my timeline. Yeah. And I hope he doesn't get pressured by what the narrative timeline is because you're the number one player picked.
So what do you think it looks like? I mean, that's a huge thing for him to go to a winning team where the pressure's not on him to score 25 a night from the start. Awesome. Great for his development. But there must be, like, you've been in this position, there must be a little bit of a sense of relief on draft night just to get it behind you.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? You feel that way?
Sure.
And then what does it look like? Like, what was your mentality after the draft? Because now it's like you've built up to this thing, like you said, in the driveway, in bed at night. Now you're drafted, you're going to an NBA team, you're moving to a city. What was your mindset like? I mean, obviously you knew you were going to Cleveland early. He knows he's going to Dallas. What was your mindset like of, like, this is what this summer looks like?
Yeah, it was,
you're young guys.
Yeah, super young, yep. And, I have been building up for the NBA for a couple years, my junior and senior year of high school, I have been, I wouldn't say building up to, like, to play against those guys, but I kind of knew that, after my junior year that I had an opportunity to go straight out of high school. So I was kind of building up, my reps, building up my strength, building up my stamina, things of that nature. And then right after the draft, I was like, okay, just get to work. I knew Summer League was coming up, and I didn't get an opportunity to be a part of Vegas many years ago.
Where was it?
We was in Boston to start, and then Orlando. Yeah, that was
more regional. We had Utah out here.
Yeah.
Way back there at Long Beach.
Yeah, they had Long. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. So I was just getting ready for, for Summer League, and it was just a lot though. Like I couldn't really really lock in on you had so much to do. You got the media stuff to do. The ESPYs was going on, and they want you at the ESPYs, and want your Summer League here. But I just wanted to have fun with the process, and I enjoyed it. It was a lot of pressure. The games were like sold out for Summer League games, and it was a lot of pressure in that sense. But I just want to try to have a lot of fun with it and make the most out of this summer going into my rookie year.
So how did you manage? Like, everyone's personality is different. Like, I could see you enjoying going to the ESPYs and being like the center of attention in a way because you have a fun, gregarious personality that my Cooper may not be that way. What was your approach to that stuff? Like, I had the ESPYs, obviously I got all this Nike stuff, media stuff, other brands. Like, how did you, as an 18-year-old, kind of manage that?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun for me. It was super fun for me. I always kept the main thing. Like, I understood that at the end of the day, I had to work. Like, if I wanted to enjoy, then I needed to work. And even when I came out to LA and did the ESPYs, I literally left Summer League in Boston, flew here for the ESPYs, I believe, and then right after that, I had to fly back to Orlando. But I didn't miss a day in the gym. I stayed in the gym. I wanted to work. I wanted to get better, and I also wanted to have fun and enjoy it, but at the same time understanding what the main goal was. And the main goal for me is the only reason I'm invited to the ESPYs is because I played a game of basketball. And that is, you make sure you keep that the main thing. That's the focus.
Right.
You know, and I think for Cooper, as long as he understands you keep the main thing, man, you know, Pat Riley has made that, you know, a famous quote. I kind of knew that. I knew that even as an 18-year-old kid. As long as I keep the main thing, then nothing will sway me away from what I want my career to look like.